We gonna get right into it. We not even finna waste no time. Listen, man. This is the Council Party Rob. You already know what it is, man. Make sure you like and subscribe and hit the notifications for all my content. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all showing me love. Y'all actually got me to 1,400 subscribers, so I really appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. Y'all got me up to 1,400 subscribers, and y'all been tapping in like nonstop. Comments going crazy. You know, like literally, we be having conversations in the comments. So I really appreciate that. We're gonna keep that stuff going. You know what I'm saying? Also, make sure you become a member. I got a lot of content that I don't have up just on my regular page. It's as a member. So make sure you become a member on my page for sure, because I got exclusives. I got conversations and things that I talk about that I really ain't told nobody, especially the things that I do in the industry and experiences that I've gone through and stuff like that. Like I'm sharing it with y'all. I'm sharing it with all my members. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you become a member. Also, you can catch all of the merch from the local kids site and the LA Creative Department site right on my content. So make sure you go check that out as well. Like we got a bunch of content, you know what I mean, that we just sharing with people, you know what I mean? So that's gonna be dope. And a lot of merch, coffee mugs, shirts, hats, bunch of stuff, you know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all go tap in on that. And we about to get to this topic, man. Y'all see the topic. Y'all see what I'm on. Yo, your man's your man's bugging right now. Bugging. So, let's just get right to it. I know they got the UMG versus Drake lawsuit, right? And I get it. I understand. I don't understand the cases for sure, but I do understand that Drake know that he lost the battle. By now he knows. He lost the battle. You know what I'm saying? And he's trying to find ways to win something. It's one of them. He's trying to find ways to win something. But that's not. I'm not here to really talk about the lawsuit per se. In the context of, I'm not giving you details about the lawsuit or updates, stuff like that. Because to be honest with you, I'm not even following it like that. I don't really care about the actual lawsuit. But what I do care about is hip hop, yo. I am a hip hop supporter. It's my career. Music is my career. Specialize in hip hop. I am someone who makes his living off of hip hop, and I really take shit personal. I'm not gonna lie, I take things personal, especially when it messes with the integrity of what I love. The integrity of what I love. And I know a lot of people don't feel that way. I know, they be like, yo, it's music. If I like the artist, I like the artist. If I don't, I don't. I get it. But there's something about the steps that Drake is taking to either try to win some money for him being a sore loser, or to try to get back at Kendrick in so many ways. Like, it's ridiculous. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's stupid. It's stupid and it's ridiculous. And I really feel that Drake fans made him like this. Drake fans made him like this. Drake fans made him a sore loser. They pacify all of the stuff that he does. I gotta be honest, bro. I gotta be honest. Now, before I get into this whole spill, let me say this. First off, I am a Drake fan. I'm a Kendrick fan more, but I'm a Drake fan too. There's nothing wrong with being a Drake fan for the music. For the music. There's nothing wrong with that. At the same time, I'm a person that, yes, I hold my artists that I like to a certain standard. I hold them to a particular standard. It's just what I do. Reason being is because, and I'm not saying like life standard, like, I got to know about your life, and I don't care about that. That's not my thing. I'm talking about, I'll give you an example, right? 50 Cent. I like 50 Cent's music, right? I like his music, okay? 50, when he first started doing this thing, he talk about gritty shit, talk about robbing people, you know what I'm saying? Talk about, doing things that he need to do to make money. I'm with that, for sure. But then he started making more party records, start doing certain things, cool. He blown up. He's making his first album, Get Rich or Die Trying, he doing his shit. Great. But for me, and y'all may feel different, 50 Cent has never, in my opinion, done anything that warrants me not wanting to listen to his music anymore. Also, I don't feel like 50 has ever done anything that has upset the nature of what the culture is, because he'll talk about people, but that's rap battling. That's what it is. You win some, you lose some. He got into a rap battle with Ja Rule. You know what I mean? He won that rap battle. He got into a rap battle with Rick Ross, and he didn't do so well. He talk about people. They talk about him. But it's the culture. It's what happens. He's had very high points in his career. And as of now, even though he's a billionaire and doing a bunch of TV and film, he's at a low point musically. That's fine. That's fine. But has he done anything that warrants, that's not from the culture? Has he raped anybody? No, not that I know of. The R word. Sorry about that. I don't want to say that. The R word. Has he ever done that? No. Has he ever sued somebody for losing a rap battle? No. I'm just talking about musically. Has he ever done anything that warrants me not supporting him musically? No. Jay-Z, same thing. Trials and tribulations, drug bars, coke bars, struggle. You know what I mean? Has he done anything that I know of, that's public, that I know of, that's done something to demonize the culture? And maybe that's the wrong word I'm using. But what I'm saying is, these artists and a lot of other artists, they're doing things to progress the culture. They're not just taking from the culture, they're giving to the culture. They're giving to it. Why do I say that? I'm saying that to say this. With this UMG versus Drake lawsuit, I remember in the beginning where Drake fans was saying, oh, he doing this to try to save the culture. Oh, he's suing UMG because he trying to save the culture. He trying to do things that can help all the artists that's coming after him. No, he's not. No, he's not. Oh, the narrative was, he not suing he not suing Kendrick, he's suing UMG, like Kendrick ain't got nothing to do with it. That's a lie. That is a lie. Oh, Drake, he's still on top. He's still, he's still the GOAT. He's still doing his thing. Okay, cool. That may be true. That's cool. That's true. He's still one of the best to ever do it. But he's a sore loser. And Drake fans made him that way. You know why? And I'm saying all of this to bring it to this point. My first point. For me, when I listen to artists, there's a certain level of accountability that they have to have in order for me to continue the back and forth of being a fan and you being the artist. There's accountability in hip hop. Y'all know that, right? There's accountability in hip hop. Drake, because of his fans, because of a lot of his fans, most likely the OVO ones, those are the hardcore fans, y'all not making sure that Drake holds himself accountable to just, for number one, the culture, and number two, moving in a certain way, in a certain manner. I'm not saying that he got to do what everybody else do, but what I am saying is, if you lost a rap battle, take it on the chin. You lost, bro. Why are you suing people if you lost? Some people will say, oh, I'm suing because UMG, Drake is suing because UMG put this plan together to depreciate my value as an artist. I'm Drake and I'm the hottest thing going, but they're trying to diminish my value by using this diss and using these songs to diminish my value. Okay. I got a question. When Kendrick Lamar said, F the big three, it's just big me, did you respond to it? Because you didn't have to respond to it. When Kendrick Lamar said, F the big three, it's just big me, let's say who he was talking about, hypothetically. Because they said that, you know, they wanted Cole and Drake and Dot on the song. So that means the big three is Drake, Cole, Dot, Kendrick Lamar, right? Okay. So when Kendrick says F the big three, which means F that concept of big three, is just big me. It's number one, not three, it's number one. And I'm number one. Yes, he's taking a shot. If Drake feels like he's the best out of everybody, why did you respond? Why did you respond? Because my point that I'm making is, if UMG is conspiring with Drake, if UMG is conspiring with Kendrick to try to depreciate Drake's value, you could have stopped it by just not responding. If that's the narrative, quote unquote. You could have stopped all of this. It would have been dead in the water. It would have been like, oh, I'm not responding to no beefs. I'm just doing what I'm doing. I'm Drake. I'm the hottest. At that moment, you was the hottest. But your ego of thinking you're the best, your ego, Aubrey, your ego, you gotta respond. You gotta respond, don't you? You just have to respond. If you felt like you was the best, you was number one, why you respond? If the narrative is they're trying to depreciate your value for you doing a new deal, why'd you respond? That would have been dead in the water. You would have still been fighting for your 600 M's, 700 M's. You didn't have to respond. You knew months ago that you already made your 400 mil quota and they got to renegotiate. You knew before you got into this rap beef with Kendrick, you knew that you was owed another deal, that you was trying to go get 600 million, 700 million. You knew that. Stop me if I'm lying. So if you knew that you was due for another deal, why you jump in a rap battle? Because anybody knows if you got some money coming to you in a negotiation, any slander can jeopardize your bag. Correct? Any slander could jeopardize your bag. But if you just not respond to the battle, it's over. Remember, people, all Kendrick said was F the big three, It's just Big Me. That's all he said. He didn't say nothing about nothing else. None of the diss records was made. None of the shots were thrown past that. Nothing. It was just F the Big Three. It's just Big Me. Let me ask y'all a question. Put it in the comments. Want me to read y'all comments? Hit me with a super chat. All the love is all well. I appreciate it. Hit me with a super chat. Let me ask you this question. Who made the first diss record in the run? Not mention who made the first diss record in the battle. Put it in the comments. Who made the first diss record? Y'all know who it was. Y'all know who it was. Go ahead and put it in the comments so we can talk about this. Hold on, let me just do this real quick. Oh, y'all Drake fans scared to put it in the comments? Is that what we doing? Is that what we doing? Y'all don't want to put in, okay, y'all don't want to put in the comments who made the first diss record. Let me tell you. Drake made the first diss record. Drake made the first diss record in the battle. Matter of fact, he made the first 2 diss records in the battle before Dot even responded with anything. Oh, yeah. Okay, I see something in the chat. Drake made the first diss record and the second diss record before Dot responded. Now Dot responded with fierceness, but remember, in those diss records, if Drake is saying that UMG set him up and he responded to Kendrick and he made the first diss record. So how is it that UMG is planning all these things to set you up to diminish your brand when you the one taking the official shots? Not the first shot, because the F the Big Three was the first shot, but you got in the studio first and you made the first diss record. And then you followed up with the second diss record. Before Kendrick even dropped Euphoria, you came with 2 of them things. So let me ask you a question. At this moment, first record Drake drop is a diss. Second record Drake drop is a diss. Let me ask y'all this question. Put it in the comments. Hit me with the super chat. Shout out to from the Bummy to Money. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Cuzzo. Shout out for being a member. Let me ask y'all. In that moment, who was the aggressor? Who's the aggressor in this moment? Where it's 2 diss records to none at this moment. In the beginning. Who's the aggressor? Because obviously, in my opinion, y'all tell me, I can be right or wrong, okay. If somebody drops 2 diss records back to back, we've seen that before the other opponent drops 1 diss record, who's the aggressor? Who's the aggressive one? If you throw 2 punches before somebody throws 1, who's the aggressor? Drake is the aggressor at that point. Now, whether the tables turn in the battle is up to debate. But what I'm saying is, if a label is trying to diminish your character, how is it that you're the aggressor? How is it that you're the one that's being aggressive if somebody else is trying to set you up? That don't make no sense. It don't make sense. That means that Drake took on the battle. He accepted the challenge from the top 3, the F the Big Three, it's just Big Me. He accepted the challenge and he got his A whooped. He got whooped. But what the Drake fans will say, and I'm gonna get to the super chat in a minute. Thanks for the super chat, CL. Thanks for that. Matter of fact, let me read it right now. He said, facts. He started it and Kendrick finished it. Exactly. Anybody that has ever been in any battle, any fight, any competition, they know the aggressor that starts the situation, that starts the physical or the part that makes it a real hardcore battle. If you're in a fight, I could talk all the ish I want, but if somebody fire on me, you have now took it to the level. You took it to the level where now we gotta fight. Now we gotta fight. I may be talking, but you can respond back with talking. But if you throw the punch, that means we in a whole new level. And I'm saying that I'm gonna get to my point. Shout out to CL. Great point. Drake is saying that somebody's setting them up. That would mean that they can telegraph what you can do, what you will do. That means you're gullible enough to take the bait. I don't believe that that's what's happening. I believe that, and let's be clear. Let's be clear. And you can do your homework on this. Out of all the diss records, right? Out of all the diss records, Drake has more of his diss records on DSPs than Kendrick does. Do your homework. Tell me if I'm lying. Tell me if I'm lying. There's two diss records that's on, two or probably three. That's from Kendrick's side. Euphoria, Not Like Us, which is the ones. And I think he might have, no. Meet the Grams is not on DSPs. 616 in LA is not on DSPs. What's the other record? None of those records on just Euphoria, Not Like Us. Those are the only ones on DSPs. Drake got damn near every record on DSPs. So, if they're trying to diminish his character and his brand, why do they got more of your diss records on DSPs than Doc got? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? If they're trying to diminish your career, why are they still supporting you? They're supporting what you're doing. We'll get to that in a little bit. Last thing I'll say about these diss records, right? And we're going to get to these Drake fans. We're going to get to the Drake fans for sure. Thank y'all for the super chats. I appreciate it. Let's get to this last point. Some of the most piercing lyrics are lines like, Kendrick with the pedophile line, right? Kendrick with the, watch your sister, right? There's some bars in there. Drake, he comes in with, YG is more respected than you, and then he hits with the Dave Free bar. He doubles down, triples down on that. Drake says that Kendrick's children might be Dave Free's. Then he says Kendrick is a woman beater. He beats on his wife. These are things that are happening in the battle. On both sides. Kendrick said that Drake has an illegitimate child, which is like 11 or 12 years old at this moment, right? I don't know if it's true or not. I'm not here to speculate. It's not my department. But what I will say is, and this goes back to fighting or scuffling or competition. The first person who did the diss record is Drake. The second record is Drake. And the first time we heard something that was piercing was Drake saying that Kendrick was a woman beater. He beats his wife, and that his kids might not be his, might be Dave Freeze. So the first time we hear some lyrics that's piercing and that's crazy is once again the aggressor of the diss of the battle, Drake. Again. He's saying that UMG and Kendrick's trying to set him up. But once again, you're the aggressor of saying something that's most likely not true about his family and him. You went off the deep end early. The same way you went off the deep end when you talked about Meek Mill and this girl. The same way you went off the deep end when you talked about Pusha T's wife. The same way you went off the deep end first and talked about people's families. That's why I know you not from the culture. That's why Not Like Us was probably made, because Dot is probably understanding that you don't understand that when you speak about somebody's family, hey man, the rule is no women, no kids. But Drake do not understand that. And now he crying and trying to sue when he was the first one that started with women and kids. He started with the low blows. Don't y'all get that? Drake started with the low blows. Why are you trying to sue and you started with the low blows? Let's say hypothetically Kendrick never said nothing about him possibly being a PDF file. Let's say he never started saying any of that. It would have been Drake starting down the road of being too personal or being extra personal. Just like all the other rap battles where things get dirty. That's why F show B, you fat mother. Now y'all done set it off. Used to be hard, now you just wet and soft. Questioning people, man, whatever that is in the rap battle, that's the hip hop culture. That's what happens. It happens. It happens. But there's an unwritten rule that a lot of people follow. No women, no kids. That also happens in street life. And every now and then, somebody breaks that unwritten rule. And Drake broke that unwritten rule. And the reason why Kendrick, in my opinion, went so hard is because you brought his wife and you brought his kids into it. And you did it twice before you did it to Kendrick. You did it to Meek Mill and you did it to Pusha T. That's your MO, Drake. And Drake fans, all of the Drizzy fans, all the OVO fans, they think that's okay. They think it's okay to throw a stone at somebody and then hide your hand and then sue them for what they did back to you when you know you initiated all the grimy stuff. Everything that's grimy, you started it. All of the elements where talking about people's families, all that type of stuff, you started it. The diss records, you started it. Drake, you started it. All the fans of Drake just know he was the aggressor. Now, a year later, you crying? What I mean by crying is crying like, oh, they need to pay for what they did to me. No, you're a sore loser, bro. I'm sorry, you're a sore loser. I'm sorry. Gotta be honest. And that's what I mean by accountability, bro. There's nobody in his corner to just tell him like, hey, bro, hey, listen, you lost the battle. You won. You kind of probably won the other two, but you lost this one. The same way Meek Mill took it on the chin and said, hey, bro, yo, you did back-to-back on me. I got to take that on the chin. Did Meek Mill sue? Did Meek Mill sue when he did back-to-back? Did he sue? Did Pusha T sue when you talked about his wife? Did he sue? No. They hip-hop heads. They took it on the chin and they kept it moving. They kept it moving for better or for worse, because that's what happens when you get into a rap battle. You do what you do, and for better or for worse, you got to take that on the chin. If you're a winner, you're a winner. If you're a loser, you're a loser. That's like somebody playing basketball. You on a basketball team, you playing basketball, and then you start scoring, you start doing your thing, you start pushing them. Yeah, you can't guard me, you can't do none of this, you can't do none of this with me. And then all of a sudden they come back and they beat you and they get you up off the court, and now you come and call your lawyer and say, hey man, hey brother, y'all owe me some money. I'm suing because y'all just beat me in the game and y'all did it better than me. That's what that feel like. What y'all think? If he's initiated the rap battle and then got his a-hole whipped, and now he's suing, and then and this is the part that kills me. This is the part that kills me. He tried to tell y'all that he doing it for the culture. He tried to tell y'all that he doing it for y'all so y'all cannot be done wrong no more. He tried to lie to y'all and say he doing it for the culture. What do you mean? The culture need more rap battles. Not rap beefs, rap battles. You see what Joey Badass and Ray Vaughn did? You see what Jay-Z and Nas did? You see what LL Cool J and Kool Moe Dee did? We need battles with the music. That's nothing wrong with that. People go off the deep end lyrically all the time. All the time. We as fans enjoy it, and I'm in the music industry. I still consider myself a fan of hip-hop music. I'm enjoying that. We need that. What's wrong with that? But it's a problem when somebody throw a stone, hide their hand, and want money for damages when they get served. That's a problem. Your man's just trying to hurt the culture. He's a sore loser, so he's trying to hurt the culture. And I don't care about what UMG and their money. It ain't got nothing to do with me. I care about the freedom of speech. We got a super chat. Hold on. We got a super chat. Yeah, popped off, lost. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, come on. Dirt on dirt on replay, Epstein list next. Right. Right. That's what all of this stuff is. That's what all of this stuff is going to. Drake, shout out to the super chat. C, I appreciate you, man. Thank you. That's what this come to. People, listen to me. And I know y'all got artists, right? I know y'all got artists that y'all like. I know you probably got a family member or a friend that's an artist. I do. I got plenty of them. Remember what I'm saying when I say this. Let's say hypothetically, Drake wins this so-called case about UMG or whatever. In the case, he's talking about the lyrics that's detrimental to his career or whatever. If he wins this case, don't you know that rappers and artists in our hip hop culture will forever be censored? That means that it opens up a whole can of worms of, yo, if you said something that I don't like or you said something that's not true, I'm going to sue you. That messes with our First Amendment right to express ourselves. Let's say if somebody said, yo, you called me a criminal, and I'm not a criminal because all of my cases have been misdemeanors. I'm going to sue you because you rapped about me being a criminal. That means we got to go to court for that. If a woman says, hey, she rapping about being in a relationship and how it went bad and how I didn't like the guy and then we ended up breaking up, and then the guy says, hey man, you rapped about me and this part wasn't true. I didn't walk in the room and yell at you. I sat down and I yelled at you. Now all of a sudden he's suing. Now you got a bunch of rappers and artists and people that are not artists. Now you got a bunch of people suing each other for things that they feel like is not. What is going on? What is going on? A rap battle is a rap battle. You know how many rap battles with people lying? They got URL. Shout out to URL. They got a RBE. They got all type of leagues where they're rap battling and they lying on each other. What are we talking about? They got tons of competitions in rap where people are lying on each other. Are they supposed to be suing each other? Is that what we're supposed to be doing? But once again, Drake fans, they say, oh, it's okay for Drake to do all of this stuff. It's okay. Not understanding that it's going to hurt the freedom of speech. It's going to make artists not want to say nothing, not want to express themselves, not want to say, get in a rap battle. It's going to make them not want to do music with authenticity. I don't think y'all understand that. The authenticity of hip-hop is what makes it hip-hop. There's no guidelines to it. It's free. It's honest from a perspective of whomever is the person. Drake has said plenty of things about somebody's wife, somebody's kid, some old girlfriend that he has dealt with. He said all type of stuff that maybe wasn't true. Is he supposed to get sued for that? He said a bunch of stuff about women who he's put their name out there. He said their name. He said a relationship situation, whatever the case may be. And if people know who they are, that might put a stagnant level on their life or whatever. Are they supposed to sue him? Because all he's doing is trying to be honest from his perspective of what happened. And let's go back to Kendrick. Did Kendrick say he's an official PDF? No. He said you better watch him. You better watch him. Watch how he move. Watch how he do his thing. Y'all could beg to differ. Y'all could say that he called him a PDF. Whatever. All I'm saying is Kendrick said more of you better watch him than anything. You feel me? Is he supposed to be sued for that? And now with this whole lawsuit, let's get into these. I'm only gonna do a little bit of updates. Now they're saying that they want a fraternity test to see if that's really Kendrick's child. Then they want to see his contract. Then they want to see his business dealings. They want to see text messages. They want to see conversations. Do you get where I'm going here? It started from a rap battle. Now they want to dig into Kendrick's entire life. And come on, what are we talking about? You want a paternity test to see if that's Kendrick's real child? For what? What does that have to do with UMG stopping you from doing something? All that proves is that you're a sore loser. And you said that, and I think it's a lot. I think that's really Kendrick kids. What are we talking about? You're trying to prove that what you're saying is true, and you knowing it's not. Like, what are we talking about? So now we got to go to court to fact check to see if what he's saying in the diss record is true. This is what it came to? This is what we do. This is what we doing now. We trying to double check to see if somebody is telling the truth in a rap battle. I don't get it. We got to go to court for that. We can't just deal with the bloggers and everything and word of mouth. We got to go to court for that and pay punitive damages. This is what hip hop came to. I promise y'all. All the Drake fans, all the fans of hip hop, I promise y'all. Depending on how this suit goes, you will see the worst of hip hop. Because it's not going to be free no more. It's not free forming. Everything is going to be double check that, fact check that, sue him for this, sue him for that, sue her for this. That's not what we want in our culture. And we got some great albums this year. What is going on? Answer me this. What is Drake's real motive? What is your beloved Drizzy Drake's real motive? What's your motive? You already lost the battle. You already lost the respect for a lot of people that's fans of your music. They lost respect for you. Why do you think Toronto was like, man, we doing this not like us and we going up? Why do you think he doesn't sell as much in his own town? Do your research, do your homework. He doesn't sell as much in his own town. Why do you think he's saying, the man said London got the best rappers in the world. The man said they got the best rappers. U.S. artists can't mess with them. The man was on stage telling everybody, y'all better turn up for this record, and it's a slow, soft song. You know why they not turning up, Drake? It's because they sick of you doing this BS, bro. Instead of you just taking it on the chin, being a real competitive person that know when he lost, and then just start putting out records, real dope records, you want to sue people. You want to tell everybody that they're doing this against you. Shout out to you, C. I don't get it. And then on top of that, let me talk about accountability real quick with fans. Fans, the Drake fans don't give the same accountability for other artists. If there was another random artist that was suing for a diss record, they'll be on they head. They'll be on their head. If Lupe Fiasco was suing for a diss record, you'll be on his head. If J. Cole was suing for a diss record, you'll be on his head. All the Drake fans. If anybody else except Drake will be suing for a diss record, you'll be on their head. But because it's Drizzy, it's cool. It's supposed to happen. It's divine timing. It's supposed to happen. What are y'all talking about? Thank you for the comments. I appreciate the comments. Because it's Drake, that's what I mean by y'all don't have no accountability. And I'm going to keep it 100. That's why he's a sore loser. That's why a lot of people in the industry is not kind of respecting what he's doing. That's why he's not giving y'all no fire records in the past 6 months to 8 months. That's why he keep hitting and missing. And then on top of that, another reason why he's not giving accountability. Did y'all see that live stream he gave y'all? Did y'all see that live stream that he gave y'all? That trash? Sorry, I gotta be honest. That trash of a live stream, them 2 episodes, what was those 2 episodes about, people? What was those 2 episodes about? He was standing there walking through an ice factory, looking at ice, clocking in like he a worker, driving a truck, no Easter eggs of real value, got somebody in a tub dancing, and the records is mid. He gave y'all mid. He giving y'all mid and y'all accepting it. This is what I be saying. Accountability. If he would have just took it on the chin and just do what he do. Those 2 episode live streams is, what are they? Let me be nice. I'm not even going to say that it's mid. I'm just going to say, what are they? What are they? What was the concept of him doing those live streams? I couldn't watch the whole thing. I watched like 3 minutes. I skimmed through the whole thing. It was just nothing but weirdoism. Nothing but weirdoism. I promise you. You not making Drake accountable. He's giving y'all mid and y'all accepting the mid. He giving y'all mid records. He not doing no fresh new hooks. He not doing no fresh streams. He on live stream doing whatever. He's giving y'all mid and y'all accepting it because y'all don't give him no accountability. When other rappers and other artists make trash, y'all say, excuse me, y'all say it's trash when other people do it. When other people make mid records, y'all say it's trash. When Drake makes some mid, he makes some trash, y'all be like, man, this record is fire, it's fire. Y'all just hating, y'all just hating. Really? We just hating? Or is it mid? You let a man walk in an icebox factory, clock in, look at some ice real quick, go to the car, go to the truck, close the truck, drive the truck, stop the truck, get out the truck, and close the session, close the live. He did that for 2.5 hours, and y'all say that's fire? Y'all say it's fire. Really? No accountability. When you give artists a level of accountability, they become even better. They know how to deal with going through music being okay or great, rap battles, winning or losing. Because the fans, you can embrace them, but you can let them know honesty. That's one of the best things about music, is that you can be honest with your artist and let them know how you feel. Let them know if it's good or not. Critique is critique. But what you're not supposed to do, you're not supposed to let your artist give you mid. And accept the mid. Kendrick fans said, they've been fans for him for years, but they said Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, it doesn't live up to the first 3 albums. Even though I love that Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers album, I can understand why they said that. When the GNX album come out, they like, it got some bops, but if they have their gripes with it, they say it. But the Drake fans, the OVO fans, they think that the last Party Next Door and Drake album was the greatest of all time, but he gave you a bunch of mid, and you don't even realize it. You don't even realize that he gave you a bunch of mid, and you accept it. You know, if Drake do a, if this is the Drake we talking about, if we talking about the all-time great Drake, right? And he's planning on giving you an R&B album, the title that he called it, with Party Next Door, it's supposed to be the greatest of all time. Party Next Door, Drake, R&B album. Come on, around Valentine's Day. Come on, y'all tell me what he gave y'all was it? Yeah, all right. Yeah, all right. Yeah, all right. That's cool. Listen, man, this is what I'm about to do. I'm going to be back. You know, we're going to have a part 2 of this because I got more to talk about. Listen, like and subscribe, become a member. We got more to talk about this situation, man, because I don't know. We got to get into this whole thing, man. Another video coming tomorrow. We finna get right into it. I appreciate y'all tuning in. I appreciate the super chats. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. Watch this video again and leave it in the comments. Let me know if y'all think what I'm saying is crazy. I'm with all the comments. Let's go. Keep it in the comments, man. Let's get it. I appreciate y'all. We're gonna do part 2 of this. We are going to do part 2 with this for sure. Like and subscribe. Work low.